Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you my review and sort of general thoughts on the series premiere of Preacher on AMC. I'll take these off. It doesn't work for me like it does for them. Okay, that was kind of lame, wasn't it? Anyway, just a little, stupid play on Cassidy and Tulip and stuff like that. Anyway, so I'm a few days late on this, but, I had to catch up on Game of Thrones, Penny Dreadful, my work schedule. You guys know how it goes. But I did check out the pilot episode of Preacher today. It was about an hour and a half, probably closer to an hour with all the commercials and such are still in the on-demand service, which is frustrating as always. But yeah, I did check it out today. And before I get into what I really thought about it, just tell you a little bit about the show. It's based off of a comic book series. It's created by Garth Ennis and Steve Dillon. And it was published under DC Comics Vertigo imprint, sort of like Lucifer and iZombie and things like that. And the series itself was developed by Evan Goldberg, Seth Rogen, and Sam Catlin. And right off the bat, I just want to say that people are already bitching way too much about this show, you know what I mean? Like anything that's not exactly like the comic books, they're really gonna, hold a knife at the developers for, the creators for. Like I hear people complaining about how Dominic Cooper doesn't look exactly like Jesse in the comics, how Cassidy isn't wearing his sunglasses as often as he should, how Ruth Negga's Tulip doesn't look exactly the way she does in the comics, little things like that. And how they're worried about how it's going to be really, neutered on AMC as opposed to network like HBO or something. I'll say right off the bat, like HBO probably would have been a better fit for it, but based on this premiere episode, I don't think it's that. I don't think it's like that regulated just to bare bones as people are worrying it would be. I haven't read the comic books myself, so maybe you shouldn't even listen to what I say about this, but. From what I've seen and based on some other bigger reviews, I still feel like it captured the essence I had heard about the comic books. It has this energy and tone about it. And overall, I did like the premiere episode. I didn't think it was great, but I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was, all right and decent for the most part, with some higher points I actually did enjoy quite a bit. I'll talk about the cast real quick. Well, I don't know. Should I explain the premise to you a little bit? Even I'm still a little bit confused about it because I haven't, like I said, I haven't read the comic book, so I don't know the exact overarching story here or where it's gonna go. But I'll just read it for you on IMDb real quick. After a supernatural event at his church, a preacher enlists the help of a vampire to find God. And basically, Jesse is the name of Dominic Cooper's character, the preacher himself. And, it seems like he has this really dark past and background, and, different things have happened in his life that made him question everything. And, he has this history with Ruth Negga's character, Tulip. And basically, he's just been trying to, live a life as what he is right now, but then his past is coming back to haunt him, basically. And like I said, I can't say much more about it, because, I don't know all the details yet, and I'm just kind of going into the show blind. But I thought it was an interesting setup. I thought Dominic Cooper as Jesse, he did pretty well. I thought he was pretty likable. He did better than I actually was expecting him to. I expected him to be a little more flat and dull, but for some reason, but, I thought he actually ended up doing a pretty good job with it. Dominic Cooper himself is a pretty reputable actor. He played the main antagonist in Dracula Untold, which is a movie I still really love. He's played Howard Stark in some of the Marvel movies, and he's done tons of other stuff like that too. He's even going to be in Warcraft coming up. He has a Need for Speed. Agent Carter, like I said, some of the other Marvel stuff, things like that. Like I said, I think he does a pretty good job. He's serious, but at the same time, he has this, more dark comedy, black comedy energy about him, and that's sort of like a thing about the whole show. It's not like a dead, overly serious show. It has, like, a darker edge to it, but see it trying to inject some humor into it at the same time. And while I didn't laugh too much, I sort of I felt I meshed with the tone. I felt like it was an enjoyable tone they had going for the episode, and for the show as a whole. I did like the feeling and the atmosphere they had for it. I like how the scenery looks. I think I look pretty good. Like I said, I am still confused about some of the story, but again, that'll probably become a little bit better as the season goes along. It's only supposed to be 10 episodes, I think, for the first season. And so I'm not going to go into the specifics because it was a really long episode, and also the fact that again, I don't know as much as I should at this point. And maybe I just wasn't paying attention enough. Who knows? But like I said, Dominic Cooper does pretty well. Another highlight was actually Ruth Negga as Tulip. Some of you probably know her from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. She played Flowers on that for a while. I don't watch... I used to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I watched it for the first season or two. But, I dropped that a long time ago. She played Flowers, or Raina, is that her actual name on the show. And she impressed me here. She probably impressed me more than anyone, really. Like I said, I did like Dominic Cooper. I did like Joseph Gilgun, who plays Cassidy. But I think Tulip really kind of stole it here in the episode, at least character-wise, I think. Like I said, I'm probably going to like Jesse and Dominic Cooper himself more as the show goes along, as he continues to develop in a more slow-burning type of way, as we find out more about him and the history of it all. But Tulip is just a really, fun, badass character, and we get probably the biggest action sequence of the episode with her introduction. I liked how both her and Cassidy had a really awesome action-packed introduction scene. And I actually was a little bit surprised by the fight choreography as well. I thought that was actually pretty good. I also should emphasize the introduction scene to Cassidy too. He's on a plane joking around, getting drunk, and these guys turn out to be after him. And then I just thought it flowed really smoothly with the moves and the counters, and there's quite a bit of blood to it, which I approved of as well. And of course, you guys know the major vampire fan I am, so Cassidy may end up being one of, if not my favorite on the show too. Who knows? It was really brutal seeing him tear into a guy's neck. Although I wish we could have seen more of his actual teeth before he did it. But it still looks pretty awesome. So I thought it was also pretty interesting when we got the one-on-one scene between Jesse and Tulip. I find their connection, their relationship, or history together to be the most interesting character connection on the show so far. So I thought that was pretty well done. And then we also had Arseface, Eugene, the sheriff's son. It seems like him and Jesse are pretty good friends. I guess he was actually disfigured after shooting himself in the face with a shotgun, surviving, which is pretty dark, but yeah, he's coming off as comic relief character. But he was pretty cool too. I could see him having some good scenes. And I'm also looking forward to seeing Jackie Earle Haley's character on the show. Jackie Earle Haley, of course, played the remake Freddy Krueger, but also Rorschach in the Watchmen film, which is a great one, by the way. So I'm really looking forward to Jackie Earle Haley's introduction on the show, probably within the next handful of episodes somewhere, I'm guessing. And we also had Jesse, dealing with a supposedly abused wife and this kid he sort of, not really took in, but a kid he sort of started to care about. And so he looked into the husband that was supposedly beating her, and it turned out that the wife actually enjoyed it. One of those people actually enjoys pain and different, weird forms of sexual pleasure like that, which turned out to be kind of weird. But I did like the fight scene with Jesse, laying him and his other, buddies down in the bar. I thought it was pretty awesome. The action on the show is better than I expected, actually. And I think Jesse and Dominic Cooper himself, like I said, will become better to me as it goes along. I just think it's going to be a process. And I already do like him a good amount. I think he's doing pretty good. He definitely has a lot of potential to become something great, I think. But so those were my thoughts on the show. We also had these religious figures, dying, like we even see this headline on TV, talking about how Tom Cruise just blew up Scientology and stuff like that, whatever it was. We have this like weird supernatural energy going around that goes into Jesse at the end of the episode, and appears to be sort of like altering him in some way. I'm not sure. Again, I'm a little bit confused, but it's interesting and different for sure. And I'm interested to see more scenes of Jesse, Cassidy, and Tulip together. I think they're going to have a good back and forth chemistry with each other as they become closer, or as they become more of a team in a way. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so excuse the voice crack. But yeah, so overall, I actually did really enjoy the premiere episode of Preacher. We're not going to be seeing the second episode for a couple weeks yet for some reason, but AMC is even doing Talking Preacher, which you can watch out next Sunday apparently, so that should be good. I guess they did it for Breaking Bad and Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead. I can also say I'm probably enjoying this more than the last time I watched Fear the Walking Dead, which I kind of dropped, by the way, if you guys noticed. But yeah, so overall I did like the premiere episode. I probably will be watching more. It does air on Sundays though, so that's a little bit of a jammed up night for me. Even if I don't have to work, I still have to watch Game of Thrones, Penny Dreadful, now Preacher. I have a tough enough time trying to not keep track, but like get all my videos out of them, as quickly as I can while still maintaining my own enjoyable pace and trying to relax from getting home from work. But I won't guarantee that I'll review every episode, but I will try. I definitely liked it enough to watch more episodes for sure. I'll keep going with it. And yeah, so let me know what you guys thought about the premiere episode. As it seems like the pilot was pretty well received. I just hope the whiners, complainers sort of start to dwindle down a little bit. But yeah, overall I did like it. Let me know what you guys thought. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and look for InvincibleDead.com. Catch you guys next time, and peace.